shade of brown. There was a cut on his forehead. I sat next to him. I asked him what his name was. He just shook his head. Today I brought a notepad. I asked him if he'd write down his name. He nodded and took the notepad, writing, Calum. I like this so far. I told him my name was Ashton. He wrote, Nice to meet you, Ashton. I let Calum keep my notepad and marker. He scribbled thank you on the pad before I got on the bus. When I came back, he was still there, just like the other day. He said, wrote, hi, first today. I smiled and said hi. How are you? I replied, I'm pretty good. How about you? He wrote, okay. I noticed Calum was getting skinnier. His biceps weren't as big anymore. He had bags under his eyes. The wind was making him shiver. I brought him a jacket. He tried to reject, but I wouldn't let him. I helped him put the jacket on. He looked relieved after it was zipped up. Sweet, I like this story. He wrote thank you on the notepad. I asked him if he lived here. He simply shrugged. I asked him if he needed a place to stay. He shook his head no. It had been 2 weeks since I asked Calum if he needs a place to stay. I came to the bus stop early today. Calum scribbled hi on the notepad. I say, can I ask you a question? He nods. Why do you stay at this bus stop all the time and never get on the bus? I expected him to write it down on the notepad, but he spoke instead. I don't know whether I should step on it or step in front of it. I liked the sound of his voice. I didn't know he was depressed. How could someone so beautiful want to kill himself? He was perfect in my eyes. This is so sweet, but yet so sad. I brought a container of warm soup to Calum today. He quietly thanked me before I got on the bus. Work was long and boring. I just wanted to see Calum. I had become attracted to the raven-haired boy. I wanted to save him. I got paid today. I bought a pair of warm sweatpants and a new hoodie for Calum. I bought him a beanie also. I'm really, really liking this story. I thought it would look cute on him. I gave him the clothes. He changed in the porta potty. I told him I would get him new shoes another time. He declined. I ignored that. I asked him to join me for dinner. He shook his head no. I grabbed his arm and pulled him off the bus stop bench. He looked scared. I quickly apologized. Calum looked sad. He agrees to eating over. He walks with me to Watt. I let him use my shower while I cook. We had instant mac and cheese for dinner. Calum didn't complain. He said he missed eating mac and cheese. He said he missed eating in general. I asked him if he wanted to join me for dinner every night. He hesitantly agreed. I cannot talk. It's like past 12 o'clock in the morning and I can't talk. We ate a lot of mac and cheese. He told me his middle name and last name. His middle and last name. Calum Thomas Hood. I told him mine. Ashton Fletcher Irwin. I asked Calum to stay with me. After my attempts, he finally accepted. I let him use the guest room. He told me he was thankful. I told him, you're welcome. Calum went to the bus stop again. He was waiting for me when I got back from work. I felt my insides tingle. I was happy. Calum cared for me. I cared for Calum. I clicked the wrong button. Okay. I told Calum I liked him today. He told me he liked me too. I asked him what he wanted to be. He said he wasn't ready for a relationship yet. I didn't push the conversation further. This is so sweet. I helped Calum get a job. I'm going to turn the music down. It's like fighting against the mood of the song. Now we get on the bus together. And we get off the bus together. We walk home together. We eat together. We cuddle. And we kiss. I haven't been this happy in a while. Caleb told me that. He told me why he was always at the bus stop. His mom left him there when he was 14. She told him she would be right back. She still hasn't returned. He wanted to wait for her. He said he wasn't giving up. Aww. Caleb asked me to be his boyfriend. I was shocked. But I said yes. It's so sweet and sad at the same time. I liked calling him my boyfriend. I liked saying his name. Caleb. Caleb skipped work today. He was at the bus stop when I got off. I smiled when I saw him. He was emotionless. I asked him if he was okay. He said he was fine. Caleb wasn't at the house this morning. I walked to the bus stop and saw him sitting there. I sat next to him. He didn't even look at me. I asked him what was wrong. This is getting sweet and sad. He said he was waiting. He came home with a new bruise on his cheek. I asked him where he had been getting the cuts and bruises. He told me not to worry about it. I told him that I cared. He decided to tell me. It was some teenagers at the bus stop. They never got on the bus. They would beat him up and keep walking. I walked with Caleb to the bus stop. We got on the bus together and went to work. Work was fun whenever Caleb was there. We went out for dinner. Then we took the bus home. A woman sat at the bus stop. Caleb looked shocked. A man got off the bus and greeted the woman. The woman kissed the man. The man and woman walked away. I'm getting tongue-tied at this. Caleb said that was his mom. He said she didn't care. She was happy without him. He said she left him for a reason. He still wanted to know that reason. Caleb was sad today. He saw his mom again. So sad. I'm like heartbreaking. She didn't even give him a second glance when he yelled for her. She didn't want to see him. Caleb said she didn't love him anymore. Then he said that she never did love him. Caleb and I slept together. I talked. We skipped work the next day. We cuddled and watched movies. I made a soup. We stayed in bed all day. Caleb told me he loved me. He said he had to leave. I was confused. I didn't know what he meant. I followed him to the bus stop. He kissed me and said, "I've made my decision." Caleb didn't step on the bus Caleb didn't step on the bus today. He stepped in front of it. So did I too. Aww. That is so sad. Oh my gosh. That is sad. The fact that they would have to choose whether or not to step on or in front of the bus is so sad. And he seemed so happy Caleb seemed so happy once he started living with Ashton, and then he found out about his mom, and then he just broke down again. And then, oh my gosh, that is like heart-wrenching. Gosh, that was a really good one though. I liked that. I want to send that to my friend. I think she would like it. Thanks for recommending that. That was really sweet. So let's look at other sad stories. While we're in this sad part of our hearts. First Now Love. Is it K.E. Myers, 1996? Wow, there's actually a lot of books called First Hate Now Love. Trying to make sure I'm finding the right one. Okay. Let's look. Okay. Video intro to the YouTube. I was anxious to finally be introduced to the YouTube world. So was my brother Joe and sister Zoe. They were YouTubers, known as Zoella and That's Your Joe. Come on in, Mila. Zoe and Joe yell happily, so I know that they already... I'm getting so tongue-tied. My tongue is like that. So I know that they already explained that they have another sister. I walk in and jump on Zoe and Joe. They grunt in response, laughing at the same time. Hello, I say, imitating another YouTuber, Marcus Butler. Ah, good job, young grasshopper. My impressions have influenced you well, Zoe says in a low, funny voice. Well, guys, this is our sister Mela, Zoe yells excitedly. Am I saying that name right? I'm worried I'm not saying it right. Hi, I'm Mela. I'm literally the female version of Zoe. Whatever, Joe says sarcastically, trying not to laugh. Whatever, I say, mocking him. See what I have to deal with? Zoe laughs. Well, that's it for today, Zoe says, turning off his camera and ending the video. We had uploaded it 10 minutes later. So, Mila, we wanted to ask you something, Zoe says after Joe shut his computer. And what would that would be? I laugh, asking. Will you come to VidCon with us? Joe asks excitedly. Yes, I reply way too happily. Well, we leave in 2 days, so tomorrow we will be packing, Zoe says, answering the exact question I was thinking. Sounds like fun, I say a bit unenthusiastically. Joe goes into the kitchen and grabs his phone, then comes out and says, "This calls for a celebration Instagram post." Zoe and I stand on opposite sides of Joe. Then he takes the picture, then posts it on Instagram with the caption, "Can't wait to go to VidCon with these two crazy people." Excuse me. That's a good picture. Send it to me, Zoe says. Yeah, same with me, I say, agreeing with her. Will do. I'm hungry. What do you two want? Zoe asks. Pizza, I yell without a second hesitation. After Zoe ordered the pizza and we were finished eating, I got a call from my friend Allison. I walked to the other room and answered. Why did you tell me you were Joe Suggs' sister? She yelled. Well, maybe because you're rude and I can't trust you, I say, hanging up, then blocking her number. I walked back into the living room and sat down. Who was that? Joe asked. My ex-friend Allison, I replied, smiling lightly. Ex-friend? Zoe says, surprised. I don't want to talk about it, I reply. It's 3 a.m. We might want to get some sleep, Joe says. We all walked upstairs and went our separate ways to sleep. Tomorrow would be fun packing and all. This is interesting. I like this. Okay. Today is the day I pack for VidCon. I get up and get dressed, wearing a flannel with a black tank top under it, with skinny jeans and black combat boots. I put my long mess of brown hair into a messy bun and went downstairs. Morning, sleepyhead, Zoe says, leaning on the counter in Zoe's place. What time is it? I ask because I forgot my phone upstairs. 2 p.m, Zoe laughs. Wow, I say. Yeah, Zoe's just taking a shower. She should be down soon, Joe says. I go over to the cupboard and grab a glass. Then I walk over to the fridge and grab the orange juice and pour me a glass. I take a drink, then Zoe comes downstairs with my phone and a small gift bag. Here, the thing in the bag is for you, Zoe says, handing the gift bag to me. I open it to see my new phone case that has a picture of the one and only Lewis Tomlinson. Oh my god, I gasp. It's amazing. I run up to her and hug her. Thank Alfie. He missed your birthday and he had made it for you, Zoe says, smiling. I put the case on my phone and text Alfie. OMG, thank you so much, Alfie. You're so very welcome, Mela. I can't wait to see you at VidCon. You too. See you soon. Let's go pack, Joe says excitedly. I walk up to the guest room I was staying in. I put my headphones in and started to listen to music. My suitcase had these items in it. This is getting good. I like this. Flannel and black skinny jeans, dress with floral pattern, high-top sneakers, 4 pairs of skinny jeans, 4 other shirts, phone and computer charger, computer. I laid down on the bed and went onto Twitter. I had a bunch of notifications. I saw that all members of One Direction followed me, even the band account. I screamed so loudly. Joe and Zoe came running into the room. "What happened?" they both yelled. I showed them my phone. "Wow." Zoe started jumping up and down. "Calm down, you two, and get back to packing," Joe said, walking out of the room, laughing. "Well, I gotta finish packing," Zoe said, leaving the room. I tweeted, Mayla Slug 93. That amazing moment when One Direction follows you. I got a reply 12 minutes later. One Direction, Mayla Slug 93. It's awesome when we can make our fan happy. Then I got a DM from Lewis Tomlinson, member of One Direction. "So I'm guessing you're a fan, right?" "Yes, of course. I wouldn't have freaked out if not." "True. If we followed our haters, they would take a bigger advantage of it." "I agree. The same thing happens with my brother and sister." "Always does." "Well, I'll talk to you later. Bye." By now I was hyperventilating. Bye. I was so happy I started jumping up and down. I put my headphones around my neck and went into the other guest room where Joe was at. "Hey, Joseph," I said, smiling very wildly. "Calm down, your idols followed you. No big deal." He laughed. "Whatever," I replied, smirking, then walked into Zoe's room. "OMG, One Direction tweeted you," Zoe says right when I walk. I'm like mixing up my W's and R's. Give me a minute with. "OMG, One Direction tweeted you," Zoe says right when I walk into her room. "I know, Lewis even DM'd me." I laugh. "That's amazing. Are you done packing yet?" she asks. "Yeah," I say, checking the time. It was 10 p.m. It was 10 p.m. already. "Wow, it's already 10, Zoe says. "Yeah, I'm going to get some sleep so I can wake up earlier this time," I reply, walking out of her room, then laying down in the room I was staying in at the moment. I took my phone out and took a picture. I posted it on Instagram with the caption, "Good night, world. Can't wait to go to VidCon." Well, Tabby, I like My Little Pony, and I don't think there's anything wrong with a teenager liking it. So, there's that answer. About 5 minutes later, I got a notification that a YouTuber named Dan is not on fire liked my picture since he had been following me for a while. I followed him back. Zoe and Joe had mentioned him and wanted me to meet him. Then, 30 minutes later, I fell asleep, wanting tomorrow to come already. This is a really good story. I like it. Here I was sitting anxiously in the middle of Joe and Zoe. Joe's friend Casper was in the set of seats behind us. I had so much in my mind. I have the whole thing about One Direction following me, and Lewis told me that they were making a surprise appearance at VidCon. Lewis also said they wanted to meet me. "You may now get on any electronic you have with you," the pilot said. I got out my phone and plugged in my headphones. I went onto Twitter and tweeted, "So get out of my head and fall into my arms instead. Don't judge, I'm listening to One Direction." Then I got a reply. Lewis Tomlinson, "You can't judge what's already been judged, Mayla." I smiled and thought to myself, good point, Lewis, good point. Since it was about 4 a.m. and we wouldn't arrive until 11 a.m., our time, I went to sleep and woke up to Joe lightly shaking me. "Wake up, Mayla, 1 hour until we land." Thank you, Tabby, for becoming a fan. An hour later, we got off the plane. "VidCon, here we come," Zoe, Joe, Casper, and I said all at the same time. We arrived at our hotel 30 minutes later. All of the meet and greets and things will start tomorrow. I was sharing a room with Zoe. Joe and Casper were sharing a room. The room Alfie is staying in is right next to Zoe's and was in my room. I plopped down on the bed and got my computer out. I went onto Tumblr. I wasn't really in the mood for anything since jet lag decided to get me early. It was about 2 a.m., so I went to sleep, and so did Zoe. I woke up to Zoe shaking me. What? I asked, rolling over to face her. There's someone we want you to meet. It's Dan Howell, also known as Dan is Not on Fire, she said. After I was dressed and ready, she led me to a room about 5 rooms away from ours. Zoe knocked on the door. Who is it? A guy said. It's Zoe. Phil, is Dan here? She asked through the closed door. Yeah, come in. Who I knew was now Phil opened the door. Sitting there was the one and only Dan Howell. Cliffhanger. Dun, dun, dun. My voice is actually starting to give out on me. Because I've been talking so much. I've been talking like next to non-stop for the past hour. Right. Let's see. How long is this one? Okay. So I'm probably going to end after this chapter because it's already almost 12:30. And the chapter won't load now. There it is. And my voice is actually giving out on me. And I don't want to pressure it too far because it's only... I don't want to push it too far because it's only the beginning of spring break. And I'll need to make videos for my channel with friends. Well, it's time to meet the guys Zoe and Joe were excited for me to meet. Hi, I'm Dan. Dan says, standing up and extending his hand. Hey, it rhymes. Doesn't it? Savage Mix. Mine's Just Geek Gamer. It's the channel's. It's my YouTube channel's Instagram. Dylan. If I said that correctly. I think I said that correctly. D-Y-L-N. Yeah, I think that's how you you'd say that. Pretty sure I said it wrong, but I'm trying. Trying my best. Okay, so I said it right. Ugh. Voice is like great. I shook it and said, I'm Mela. Well, we're gonna go out and let you two get to know each other, Phil says, and he and Zoe leave the room. Parallel lines have so much in common. It's a shame they'll never meet, Dan says, laughing a bit. Good joke, I reply, looking at my phone. Do you happen to have a Band-Aid? Because I scraped my knee falling for you, Dan says. Huh? I reply, shocked at what he said. You're really pretty, he says in complete confidence. Thanks? I reply, not knowing what to say. He walks over to me and leans in. He kisses me and I pull away, quickly running out of the room. Dan's point of view. I'm such an idiot. Why would I try and kiss her? We knew each other when we were younger and we were best friends, but she got into a car accident and got amnesia. Her family was informed she could never ever regain it. So I have to get her to be my best friend again. Even more than... Oh my god. That is the biggest plot twist I have ever read. And it's awesome. That is a really cool plot twist. Holy crap. I'm gonna have to start watching Dan is Not on Fire now. It's like half the YouTubers mention this I don't watch, which I really shouldn't. I really do need to get around to watching it. There you go. I'm trying to catch up on the chat because I'm so busy looking at... I've been so busy. I was getting much ready. I ran into my room and saw Phil, Zoe, Alfie, Casper, and Joe. What happened? They all said. Nothing. I replied, slamming the door shut. Doesn't look like nothing. You look angry. Like, really angry, Joe said, standing up. I don't want to talk about it. I say, extending the don't. I'll be back, Phil says, standing up and leaving. I walked back to Phil's point of view. It's getting nice. I don't know how to say that name. Welcome to the live stream. I don't want to mispronounce it and then offend you, because I'm not the best at pronouncing names. Phil's point of view. I walked back to the room Dan and I shared. When Mela came back angry, I could tell it had something to do with Dan. Dan was sitting on his bed with his head in his hands. He looked up and then looked back down. What did you do? I asked as Dan looked at me. Nothing. I don't want to talk about it, he replies, upset. Why are you upset then? I question as he turns away. Getting to know Mila didn't go as planned, he says, and his voice cracks slightly. I got a text from Zoe. Mila explained everything. Dan flirted with her, then tried to kiss her. She got angry with that. Please don't let Dan around Mila during VidCon. Let's give her some time to calm down. Okay, I will, I replied. Thanks, she says. Mila's point of view. I explained everything to Joe, Zoe, Alfie, and Casper. They were surprised, but Joe was absolutely furious. He left the room so he could calm down. Joe just texted me. He said he never wants you to date Dan, ever. Casper says reading what Joe sent him. Fine with me, I replied, still fuming, mad. I got a notification on Twitter that Lewis Tomlinson DM'd me. Hey, we arrived at VidCon. Come see us. We're in the room opposite of yours. How do you know where my room is? I saw you walk in there a few minutes ago, and I guessed it was your room. Okay, be there in 30. I clicked my phone off and got up and started to leave. Where are you going? Zoe asked. Somewhere. When Joe gets back, tell him I went to a friend's hotel room. I replied, shutting the door before she could answer. Drama. That is actually a really, really good story. I gotta find... That's a really good story, Kara, if you're still watching, which I gotta see if you are. Yeah, that's actually a really, really good story. And I'm not a fan of Dan is on Fire, but I might actually start watching them. And I might actually... I've heard a few One Direction songs, but not that many. But I might actually start watching Dan is Not on Fire. So, I think that's where I'm gonna end it now, because, like, my throat hurts, and I'm getting, like, really raspy sounding to myself. If you guys want to read the story I'm writing, it's called Welcome to Nuketown. My YouTube and my Instagram are just Geek Gamer. That's all in the description on my YouNow. At least I think it is. No problem. I had a fun time reading it. It's really good. So, there's that stuff. I'm gonna go to bed because it's past 12 o'clock. And my dad's probably gonna wake me up and drag me to church in the morning. So, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'm gonna go try to update my thing to show my Wattpad, and hopefully I'll see you guys around some other time. So, see you guys.